Okay, 3W, we are reading our second play now. Last week, our play Possum's Tale, and this week, our play Pushing Up the Sky are both examples of folk tale. They're based on traditions and beliefs of people. Last week, we read about the Cherokee people who believed that the possum has his naked tail because of what happened to him. This week, we're going to read about the people called the Snohomish and what they learned. They're going to always teach a lesson. Last week, the possum learned that you should just keep your great things to yourself and maybe great things will come to you. And once again, animal characters to symbolize or represent a human quality. All those animals talked like people to teach us a lesson. This week, ours is kind of more of a myth, meaning it explains something about the world. Oftentimes myths have gods and goddesses. Ours won't this week, but it's also a myth because it explains something about our world. This is our story called Pushing Up the Sky. Here's the cover. You can see them pushing up the sky. And that's pretty much the main idea of the whole story, is them pushing up the sky and figuring out, well, if it's a folktale or a myth, what happened in our world because they pushed up the sky. And you can see once again here are animals that are acting as people. The Snohomish people lived in the area of the Northwest that is now known as the state of Washington. They fished in the ocean and gathered food from the shore. Their homes and many of the things they used every day, such as bowls and paddles, were carved from the trees. Like many of the other people of the area, they also carved totem poles. Here's a totem pole right here, which recorded the history and stories of their nation. Pushing Up the Sky is a Snohomish story carved into a totem pole in Everett, Washington. So while this is a myth or folklore, because they believed it, they did put it into their totem pole. There's more speaking roles this week. Non-speaking roles will be where it says all. It's animals that were in the forest. Scenery in the background. They want some houses among trees and the ocean. Costumes, what people will be wearing. Scene 1. A village among many tall trees. Long ago, the sky was very close to the earth. The sky was so close that some people could jump right into it. Those people who were not good jumpers could climb up the tall fir trees and step into the sky. But people were not happy that the sky was so close to the earth. Tall people kept bumping their heads on the sky, and there were other problems. Oh, that hurt. I just hit my head on the sky again. Oh, I just threw my ball and it landed in the sky. I can't get it back. Well, where's my son? Has he climbed a tree and gone into the sky again? Every time I shoot my bow, my arrows get stuck in the sky. The sky is too close. Scene 2 we will read tomorrow. They are in the same village. So usually when there's a new scene, that means that the setting has changed. But when there's a new scene, it could also mean that there's just a new idea that's going to happen. So once again, here's the tall man bumping his head, the little girl, the boy who loses his arrow in the sky. The sky is too close.